Hey everyone, it's the Stacking Cat, and I am back with a brand new video about silver. And today I'm going to try to make my much anticipated return to my local coin shop. So please stay tuned.
Stacking Cat.
So I'm headed out to the LCS. I just talked to the owner. He said to come on down, and it's by appointment only. So I'm going to go there and see exactly what he has. He said he has some silver. So let's get on the road. All right, so here it is, Castro Valley Coins. I just made a purchase. I'll come back and show you guys exactly what I got. It's appointment only right now, limited hours, but I'm glad they're at least able to sell and keep their business going. A lot of nice guys that work in there. So if you're in the area, hit up Castro Valley Coins, and I'm gonna go home and let's see exactly what happened. So I'm coming up on my other LCS. Right there on the corner, you can see Pleasant Hill Coin and Jewelry. As it implies in the name, they are a coin and jewelry store. They do a lot of jewelry loans and stuff like that, kind of like how a pawn shop would work. They don't always have an inventory of precious metals, and you know, it's really just if people go in and sell what they have to them, that's how they build their inventory. However, I believe they're only open for financial dealings right now, so if you need a loan or whatever it may be, I'm thinking about giving them a call and seeing. I know they're only open on Mondays and Thursdays for limited hours, and by appointment only as well. So give them a call and see what they have to say. So I just got back from the LCS and I was able to pick up a few things. Some US minted silver. Now the shop was extremely barren. He has it set up right now where much of his inventory has been taken off the shelves. Therefore, just to comply with local restrictions about essential and non-essential businesses. And like I said, he is open for appointments and I was able to get in, so that is great. However, it got me to thinking about the future of local coin shops and under a broader context, just the future of small businesses in general. But for the purposes of this channel and this video, I'll be talking about it in the coin shop sense, and as well with coin shows. Kind of an indeterminate future on both of those. So let's get into what I got, and I'll talk further about that. When I talked to him to set up the appointment, I asked him if he had any American Silver Eagles. He said he did. He had a really good price compared to a lot of the online dealers. He was doing it for $24 a pop, which you got to consider too that California has a 7.5% sales tax on all bullion purchases under $1,500. So if you add that in, these were going for a little over $22. However, when you do your cost dollar average, that's just part of it. You have to include everything. So I was able to get some Eagles. I also picked up a couple of Morgans. I'm not quite sure exactly what the Morgans are at this point. I just dumped out the containers he had. I went with the ones that had the most silver on them. So let's see what those are. So the first one I got, you know, these are all Coles. Not in the best shape. However, you know, you can see in her hair, still really defined, so you know it has a decent amount of silver left in it. I believe that says 1888. It's about my, yeah, that's what it is. Usually try to go through these a little bit better. However, it wasn't the easiest to do. We had a few things laid out in Tupperware, some constitutional silver. Everything was in the back. Other than that, it looks like no mint mark. So that's fine. A real beat up Morgan you can see around the rim, around the edges there. However, at this point, it's kind of like take what you can get, and that's one of them. And let's see what the other one is. So yeah, I didn't film much in there due to his inventory really being kind of sapped by the work restrictions and what businesses are allowed to be open. A 1900, this one a little more beat up. As you can see, not quite the silver content as the other one, but it's a Morgan. That's what's most important. So as a O mint mark, so it's New Orleans. Just coal condition, heavily circulated. And at this point, it's kind of like take what you can get. And I got these at a good price too. So I decided to pick both of those up. All right, so I'm gonna get into these Eagles. They are 2016s. It was just basically a random year. Just take what you can get. You know, the Eagles kind of stick in these tubes. We've all had that problem. Put that to the side. So yeah, just some 2016 Eagles. Like I said, got a pretty good deal compared to what the online guys are selling. It's a classic BU, American Silver Eagle. So I got 8 of these, just start a new tube. Just a random year tube, that's usually what I go with. But I'm glad I got a 2020 tube before all of this happened. So yeah, 8 of those. Really what I was looking for. Get some more silver in there. And you know, Eagles, Morgans, US minted silver. You know, I've bought a few other things in the past month or so. However, you know, this will continue to be the focus and really it's the foundation of my stack as it is. So add to that. But just getting into our local coin shops, or of course we abbreviate them down to LCS, and what's going to happen to them and what's really the future of a lot of small businesses. Now, the local coin shops have a lot of positives going for them. One of them is, of course, the camaraderie you could build. You can go into a coin shop, you know, it's its own little community. You're friends with these men and women, and you talk silver, you talk coins, numismatics, bullion, whatever it may be. Build kind of a rapport, talk to the different customers that come in, the repeat customers, people that you get to know over the years, over the time. And it's really an irreplaceable aspect of stacking silver or just coin collecting in general. You know, you get a lot of knowledge. A lot of these guys have been in the coin and silver or precious metals game for a long time. Really just passing on their knowledge, what they've learned, which is really important, you know, especially if you're a new stacker, a new collector, and you want to get into it. It's important to have those guys to tell you, kind of like a coach in sports or a teacher, of course, you know, in school, just passing on that experience is an invaluable asset tool to have. And I'm just afraid that we're at a point where, I don't know, are they going to be going by the wayside? Are there going to be as many of them out there? I know a lot of states, they're still on lockdown. Some states are reopening. We are in the early part of May of 2020 right now. So we'll see exactly what happens and where this goes. I'm just afraid we're going to lose that. Now, a lot of them have been able to kind of adapt, and they're selling their coins and bullion online, you know, which is also a great way to go. However, you just lose that interaction that is so important, is so vital to really anything, any relationship that we have in life. It's just that human interaction that if you go to a coin site or an online site, for example, one of the big ones, you see all this great selection, you go to make a purchase, but you're not talking to anybody. There's no contact. I know you could call them, but Now, a lot of us just select what we want. We find the best price. We put it in our cart. We purchase it. Next thing you know, it's delivered. Some of us make videos. Some of us just stack it. And that's the extent of it. And you're just not getting, that rapport, that interaction with anybody else. Now, there's obviously here on YouTube, we have a great community. We get comment. We send different things across the country, across the world to each other, whether it's giveaways, sticker trades, whatever it may be. It's a great, invaluable community in its own right. But I just think that local aspect of being able to go out there and just gain that informational background from these different people. It's really important. And another thing is with coin shows, are these going to exist for much longer? When you go to a coin show, I'm in my early 40s right now, just to give it away. However, I'm usually one of the youngest people there, and definitely in the bottom 5 or 10% for age. And, there's a few times I've seen some encouraging sites where there's younger people there or kids, parents bring their kids along, which is, like I said, very encouraging, but it may be anecdotal. And it's just the whole idea of kind of coming together as stackers, collectors, whatever it may be. I just really hope that it makes it through. I know it was a bit of a rant. However, it's just a concern that I do have. And just seeing how this coin shop, when I was there, I didn't want to film in there. Like I said, there's just empty shelves. Like, what am I going to just show? A bunch of nothing, just empty glass? And so in the past when I went there and I filmed different things, we had full bins of silver or numismatic slab coins. Everything is out there. But let's hope that a lot of them are able to maintain at least back to a level to where they were before all of this happened. This global health crisis that we're all going through. And of course, remember, that's the main thing. Stay safe, stay healthy. That's the most important thing at the end of the day. And so that's just what I have to say about that. So like I said, I grabbed 8 more Eagles 2016. Really no surprise that 2016s would be available. It was one of the higher minted years. I believe over 40 million of them were minted that year. And of course, a couple of Morgans. Love stacking them. You get that numismatic value as well as the silver content. So something you want to think about if you're just getting into stacking Morgans, peace dollars, or just constitutional silver, US minted in general, is something you want to get your hands on. And thank you so much for watching. I greatly do appreciate it. And if you'd like to see similar videos about silver, then please consider subscribing and pushing that notification bell, smashing that like button, and leaving a comment. And let me know, what do you think the future of LCSs and even coin shows are? Am I being too pessimistic about it? Do you have a little more optimism? So let me know in the comments. Can't wait to read about it. And until next time, this is the Stacking Cat.